I have a $1.5 million dog bowl that my dog eats out of. I really don't. But just think, if you had a $1.5 million dog bowl and you let your dog eat out of it, what would you say to that person? Let's talk about that. Yeah. So $1.5 million dog dish. And only your dog eats out of it. Doesn't that blow your mind? Like, that's like if you had a Versace bag. Right, Katie?
I don't think you said that right.
Versace? There you go.
Versace?
Sure, something like that. And you threw it in the pig pen. What would people think? Or if you had pearls, I mean, beautiful, wonderful, $10,000 pearls.
Oh, and you throw them to swine.
And you throw them to swine. You throw them to the pigs. And then the pigs not only don't like them and they trample on them, but they turn and they hurt you. Now, I like TikTok and Facebook and social media because you can use it for good. It's a tool. It's a good tool. Just like a hammer is a good tool. You know, you build buildings with it, you hammer nails with it, you take nails out. But if you turn and you hit somebody over the head and kill them, then that's the bad way to use that tool, right? Just like TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and all that can be used for evil. So anything can be used for good and for evil. When it comes to the wisdom of God, sometimes I think we throw it out there and the world's not going to understand it. The world is just going to eat it up, turn on you, and start biting the heck out of you. And actually, God warns us in this. He warns us in his Sermon on the Mount, on Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. So he's talking about judge not lest ye be judged. Now, who's he talking to? He's talking to Christian because, and to the Christian to the world, because we're basing that off of God's wisdom and God's knowledge. Now, sometimes when we want to say those things, when we want to help people come to Christ and knowing that they're doing wrong, they will turn on us. They will turn, especially when we make a huge mistake, they won't forgive. They will eat you up. They will eat you up and spit you out, no matter what hundreds of thousands of things that you did. And so he just warns us. He warns us in this section and in a lot of other sections that our wisdom should be that of a holy wisdom that goes with God, and the world is not going to understand it. And sometimes I think we throw it out there too soon or too much, and we throw our opinions with the truth, and then the world just eats it up. Listen to this. Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. Do not give dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them underfoot and turn to attack you. Sometimes we take these holy things that should be with God, that God should lead us in, and we give them to the world, and the world just turns it to evil. It's a good tool. It's a good thing that God has given us, man and woman. You give it to the world, and they just mess it up. It's a good thing that God has given us sex in marriage. The most beautiful thing in marriage. And we should talk more about it as Christians. But you give it to the world, and they trample it. They turn on it. They make it evil. Or they take anything. Just think of anything, really. Love, joy, peace, patience. You take any of those wisdom characteristics that God has given Christians through Jesus Christ, and you take those and you put them in the world, and man, it stinks. It really does. So I think we need to be careful of what we say and how we say it. We need to be innocent as doves and wise as serpents. And so just be careful, because once we start laying the foundation of the basis of what we should discern right and wrong with, the world will not understand it. And God even tells us they won't understand it. And actually to the point of they'll turn and eat us. So just be careful. That's my encouragement for you today. I love you. Jesus loves you too. You have a great Tuesday. Goodbye.